I kind of dig this kid, don't you? You know?
I like that he's got a head on his shoulders. He seems like an adult.
Well, he's 26.
That's what I mean. He's an older player, so he's kind of been through the ring. We know his injury history and how long he played in college and whatnot. But
yeah, he's been around so long.
How long has he been around?
He was Justin Herbert's backup at Oregon.
Right.
Wow. Yeah.
As part of the journey of, I've been benched. I've switched teams. I've been hurt. I've been an MVP. I've been booed. I've been cheered.
Yeah, he's kind of done it all so far in his football career.
Right.
So, to get this chance, I think we all presume he'll be the week 1 starter and, go out and wing it around and see what happens. It's the NFL. Crazy stuff happens every year.
Right. And in the same way that I just was talking about how Ben Johnson is the right guy seemingly for Caleb Williams, I mean, Tyler Shuck has the benefit of a coaching change arriving in time for his arrival. And it's Kellen Moore getting his first pop at being a head coach in the NFL.
Knew it was coming.
And so you've got a former quarterback himself, and we presume the play caller attached at the hip of a hand-picked draft choice at the position. And, I mean, you look at the team, and they do have some weapons at his disposal. Quick guys. And defensively, let's see if the guys who are veterans can blend with some of the young players and shock some people. Mm-hmm. And that leads me to my top 5 sleeper teams of 2025, presented by Hyundai. Hey.
High five.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Rich's top 5.
All right, let's start in my top 5 sleeper teams for the 2025 season, presented by Hyundai. If I get any of these right, you're going to hear about it for 18 weeks. If I get any of them wrong, this never happens. Does everyone understand the rules of engagement here? Number 5, I'm going to start with the Saints.
Oh, wow.
Listen, they're in a supposedly easier division, but I don't think it is. Let's put it that way. And I kind of dig that Tyler Shuck is going to get an opportunity. And you look at, notwithstanding the win-loss game that just got played, I mean, they do have a home date to start with the Arizona Cardinals and the 49ers. It's not an easy schedule, to say the least. But there are some winnable games here for a team that can put together some points. Don't forget, this is an offense that, albeit with Derek Carr, a far more veteran presence. Remember, they won their first games like 80-10.
The first 2
combined,
weeks were crazy.
And then the wheels fell off.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, TJ, they're still scoring.
Wide receivers, Chris Olave, Raheed Shaheed, Brandon Cooks, Bub Means, Cedric Wilson Jr., Donovan Peoples-Jones, Jawan Johnson and Taysom Hill and Foster Moreau are your tight ends. Alvin Kamara, Kendre Miller, Cam Akers is the 4th stringer there. I mean, there's some parts. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
I could see them winning week 1.
Well, I mean, I could see them being a sleeper team where they're better than you think. Playoffs, I don't know.
Which is what, though? Like,
I don't know.
7-10, maybe?
Well, it's going to improve as the list goes further here.
All right.
Number 4, your Patriots.
I'm down with that.
Listen, I know people talked about him at the draft, and then people talked about Stephon Diggs on the boat. But other than that, who's talking about the New England Patriots around the country right now? Nobody.
Just New Englanders. Because we're super hot. Yeah, we're psyched and kind of optimistic, but maybe a little overly so.
Coaching staff's been rectified, sir. All right. I mean, Vrabel is going to be in Gillette, dude, with the colors on, and he's got the red jacket. You can go see his red jacket in the Hall of Fame and then go into the stadium and watch him coach.
Oh, so pumped.
Right. And, Will Campbell. Who do we have on? Who said that Will Campbell could be the offense? It was Breer, right?
Yeah, Albert yesterday.
The offensive rookie not named Genty or Travis Hunter.
One of the most important rookies next year.
Who will ball out. And he said Will Campbell. At any rate, number 3 on the list. I'm staying in the NFC South. I'm talking Panthers here. Now, this one's a real possibility. To shock people, be a 7 seed, right? I'm serious. They've got a lot of talent, and they got that young coach and Dave Canales from the Pete Carroll always compete positivity mantra. I mean, Bryce Young, if we can continue his upward swing, right? And you look at their, I mean, I don't know how they're going to split the running back carries, but, you know, Chuba Hubbard got that contract. Rico Dowdle's there. Trevor Etienne got drafted. Ted McMillan, Adam Thielen, Xavier Legette. Hunter Renfro's back in the league, people. Jimmy Horn, one of our guys from Colorado. Jalen Coker. Is the offensive line right? Defensively, can we make some plays here? Can we surprise some people? Are we sleeping on the Carolina Panthers? Maybe so. Number 2 on the list. Just mentioned his name. And I just mentioned a lot of people's names. Pete Carroll and the Raiders. We're sleeping on him. We're sleeping on Ashton Genty. We're sleeping on Geno Smith. We're sleeping on a lot. And that the autumn wind can be a pirate. And it'll be interesting because 2 of my sleeper teams are playing against each other in week number 1. When the pirate ship, Pete Carroll, goes back into his old stomping grounds in Gillette, in New England. And he's bringing the Raiders, and Max Crosby is buying what this man is selling. Brock Bowers, baby. I don't know who's going to be catching passes. By the way, nobody's talking about this being a Jacoby Myers revenge game as well. I'm digging for plot lines now, right? But if you think Genty's as good as you think he can be,
I do, yeah.
You know they're going to run the wheels off that wagon. Let's go. Raiders making the playoffs, maybe in the same way. Could this be the version of the Broncos from last year? I don't know. They we'll see defensively if they can work the magic. But they got Pete there, and Chip Kelly's the OC. I kind of dig it.
7.5 win total.
Or the
Number
version of the
1.
Raiders you thought a few years ago was.
I know.
Don't remind him.
I'm not saying they're going to win the division. Stop it. I don't want Eric being upset.
You can't have that.
Definitely can't have that.
Because your assistant will get called.
My assistant will get called out.
Rent free in Chiefs fans' heads. It's crazy.
Who knew? Number 1 on the list, the sleeper team of 2025 are the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm down with that.
Hey, listen, you'll be like, how can this be a sleeper team?
Yeah, I'm wondering that.
They were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They're a last place team.
Yeah.
They finished in DFL in the NFC West.
That was circumstantial.
They lost a bunch of players.
And everybody's sleeping on them. Oh, Purdy's not worth the money. Oh, McCaffrey's not going to be healthy. Trent Williams won't be healthy. I mean, Ayuk won't be healthy. I mean, what's Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pierce all going to do?
Debo's gone.
Who's going to run the ball if McCaffrey doesn't do anything?
Great question.
I mean, half their defense left. You know?
All right, you want to move them down a little bit? You sure you want them number 1 still?
They are the sleeper team of the 2025 NFL season. And I know that might go against type. It's not a team that's from, perennial top 10 draft choice pickers.
Yeah, I think that's the pushback.
I'm sorry, pal. Who's talking about him as a threat in the NFC?
4th best NFC odds.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Well,
I don't think
Vegas might not be sleeping on him, but look across the landscape of shows like this one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You think we need one more?
Sure.
Oh.
All right, we'll get one
All
more.
right, and while we're on the subject of it's been a couple years since
One more.
Since we saw this person be at the top of the list. Hit it.
I knew
There's
it.
Einstein.
I knew it.
Einstein is a sleeper.
I said he's not going to do it.
Doing?
Come on.
It's been 2 years. Last time we saw this man
Chris,
tell you about the brilliance of Verizon. That's when the Niners were going to the Super Bowl. So, yeah, man. You want to talk about a sleeper? Verizon's Einstein is a sleeper. Yeah.
I feel like we got rickrolled right there.
That is my version of the rickroll.
Right. You have one more. I did not know this.
All right, since you're all pissed off about the Niners thing, you give me pushback on that.
A little bit.
Another sleeper team. The 2025. Can't see the Chiefs.
Oh, jeez, you're so stupid.
What are we doing?
Can't see the Chiefs.
We're taking these lists away from you.
Hey, guys, my sleeper teams are the Eagles and the Bills.
No.
Is that it?
No. Tell me who believes. You don't believe it.
I don't.
You don't believe it at all.
I don't.
Well, apparently
You do
I'm the biggest Chiefs
believe
hater
it.
in the sports media. So
You-
no, I guess not.
Do not believe that the Chiefs will be just as good this year as the last several years.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
You're saying the Chiefs are about to fall off, and it's now time for the Ravens and the Bills and the Texans and everybody else. Burrow was the only one to beat them in this stretch in the AFC. You're saying that it's time for someone else to finally bust through because the Chiefs aren't going to be all that. And I'm saying the other way.
You better send those refunds.
I think they
So-
weren't really all that last year, and I think
That's
we're
it.
just going to see that again this season.
So you're sleeping on them as a
I'm not. It's not.
team.
It's not sleeping.
that you are.
I'm not saying they're going to miss the playoffs.
I was going to say your Dallas Cowboys going from 7-10 to 10-7.
Cowboys would be a decent NFC sleeper, 22-1 to win the conference.
I just can't believe the Chiefs are on this list.
So the one more are the why are you? Do you think the Chiefs can be as good as they have been?
Catch you a
You
question.
mean go to the Super Bowl?
Catch you a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
Does
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes still play football?
Yes.
Then they're going to be at the top until he's done. That's always been
Are
my thought.
you taking them to win the AFC this year?
I haven't thought about it, but if you're going to
Just-
put me on the spot right
I
now,
am doing
sure,
that.
yes.
So the bar is winning the conference and going to the Super Bowl. It counts as being a sleeper team?
Yes, you're asleep on them being as good.
No,
Yes.
no,
never
no,
sleep
no.
on
Give
them.
me another sleeper team of the ones I didn't choose. Go ahead.
A sleeper team?
You had a good list
To,
until the
what,
end.
what is to go to do what? To make the playoffs or
To
go to
vastly
the Super
improve
Bowl?
to plus 5, plus 6 themselves.
How about Denver going to the Super Bowl? That's a sleeper team.
Yeah, that would be a sleeper.
They're 15-1 to win the conference.
What's more
Smack
likely,
dab in
Denver
the
goes to
middle.
the Super Bowl or the Chiefs go back?
The Chiefs go back. I mean,
I don't think either make the Super Bowl. I
Well,
think,
then you're sleeping on them.
That's not how this works.
It does now. Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.